This is the murder of William Ruthford by ak.lukacs. "There's nothing here, William," a young teen stated, brushing his thick hair out from his face. Kneeling, he moved apart the plastic grass sticking up from the ground, his flashlight on as he flashed the light across the grass. But all he was greeted with was the fake grass, plastic bushes, and a dim reflection of his black shirt and pants gazing back at him from the stranger's window. Sighing, he rose, moving away from the house while William kicked one of the plastic bushes. "We probably won't find any lost jewelry outside, Ryan," William said. "We need to break into the house to get what we need." "Wait," Ryan started, stopping in the street. "The city is riddled with security cameras. They check them when people make reports, and if we break in, we will be caught." "Well, how else will we?" he started before stopping in the street. There was not much down the paved road lined with replicated single-story houses, all with the same fake plastic grass front yards. There were some plastic bushes and some plastic trees, all still in the night under the wave of the motions of the stimulated shield above their heads. But under the dim street lights down the street were two figures walking away, wearing only black clothing and a bright yellow sash visible under the lights. "Guards," William whispered, but before they could move, the guards turned around. They were caught. "Hey, you!" one yelled at them. The two boys ran between the houses, running across the fake grass until Ryan slammed down hard onto the ground. "Ryan!" William whispered angrily. He quickly helped Ryan up and they darted away. They ran past the houses onto the next street over, running down the pavement until they reached the edge of a forest. Stopping, they tried to peer into the trees, but it was so dark that they could barely see past a couple of trunks. And as they peered, they could see the lights from the flashlights becoming brighter behind them as footsteps raced towards them. "We need to turn around," Ryan whispered as the light became bright. "It is illegal to be out at night," the guard yelled, flashing a highlight at the boys. "You are under arrest. Come with us." The other guard grabbed a silver, glowing handcuff and headed straight to them. William grabbed Ryan's arm and pulled him into the woods. "Hey, stop!" the guards yelled, the sound of a taser striking a tree. The two boys zigzagged through the trees, the darkness swallowing them whole. Blinded, the boys used their hands to feel the trunks as they went deeper into the forest. The only sounds heard were their feet hitting the branches, their legs striking bushes, and the guards' ever-fading voices behind them. After a while, the boys stopped, breathing heavily as William leaned against a tree. "I don't hear the guards. I don't think they followed," William whispered, turning on his flashlight. With the dense trees, the light only helped him see a few feet. "We are inside the forest," he whispered, turning to William wide eyes. "What have we done?" "Don't worry about it," William brushed it off. "We will return in a bit and try to go home." "If we can find our way back," Ryan whispered. "Why did I agree to help you with this? We could have just bought the necklace, and then you could have just said you stole it." "How will I get to join the cool group if I don't follow through with the dare?" William turned his flashlight off, leaning against the tree. "Besides, we can chill here for a moment, unless you're afraid of the dark." "The dark? That's not what I'm worried about," Ryan replied before lowering his flashlight. "Please, let's just go." Annoyed, William put his hands in his pocket and rose when his shirt snagged on the tree. "Are you?" he hissed, tugging his shirt until it began to rip. Sighing, he pulled one last time, his shirt tearing apart as he was freed from the tree. Stepping back, he went to punch the tree when something snapped in the bushes. Stopping, both boys turned to each other, holding their flashlights tightly as they shined them between the trees. Nothing. "Hello?" William asked. Only silence replied. He stood firm, tightening his grip around the flashlight as he glared towards the trees. "I heard you. I know you're out there." But still, nothing. Moving back slowly, both boys held their flashlights up and continued to move into the forest. They weaved between the trees, their flashlights barely showing them a path. After some time, Ryan began to squeeze his flashlight, arms tensing up as he stopped by one of the trees. "William," he started, his jaw clenched. "I should have never, ever agreed to this." "Relax, we are almost—" "We are lost!" he screamed, slamming his flashlight hard onto a tree, the pieces breaking off and scattering across the ground. His eyes stayed on the ground, the light going out as William moved his flashlight onto the broken pieces. Tisk, tisk. He shook his head, moving his flashlight up towards Ryan. Keep this up? We will be blinded in these woods. Don't joke like that. Ryan clenched his fist, his body trembling. We aren't supposed to be out here at all. And now we have no idea where we are going. Look, worst case, the shield will lighten up for daybreak, and we can climb the trees to see where we are. We just have to get through the night. Taking a deep breath, Ryan nodded before leaning against a tree. William moved beside him, sitting by the trunk while scanning the area with his flashlight. There wasn't anything beside their light reflecting off some of the plastic of the trees. Pointing the flashlight down, he watched as Ryan grabbed some of the broken pieces of the flashlight, trying to put the pieces back together again. Snap! Jumping up, William dropped his flashlight, the flashlight bouncing off of the ground by Ryan's feet. With shaking hands, Ryan grabbed it. Fumbling with the flashlight, Ryan pointed it towards the trees. Someone is out there, he whispered, just as a figure emerged between the trunks. It was a woman with pitch black hair and a face paler than paper. Her eyes were a deep red, and her body was covered in dull armor and black chain sleeves. The armor covered her hands spotted in black and white. Ryan screamed. The light from his flashlight wildly darted from tree to tree as he ran into the darkness, leaving William alone. With Ryan having his flashlight, William tried to run, only to slam himself into another woman. On the ground, the red-eyed woman lit a branch on fire, the smell of burning plastic burning William's nose. The flickering lights allowed William to see the other woman staring down at him. Unlike the red-eyed woman, this woman's eyes were vibrant purple, contrasting her ghostly face. She wore the same armor as the other woman wore, except her hands were not spotted. They were all black. William could only stare, Ryan's screams echoing in the distance. He can't leave, the red-eyed electric voice said. The other boy ran off. Soon, those fighters will be here. The purple-eyed woman looked uninterested in the boy, speaking with a deeper, yet still electrified voice. We will need to leave, but our mission isn't over. The girl we seek is nearby. We must watch her. She moved her eyes back up to the red-eyed girl. Shamahare, the woman ordered. The red-eyed woman came forward, tossing the fire to the ground while forming a rope of thorns in her hand. The boy screamed, and as the smoke rose, the boy's vision went black.